Chi-Town, stand up and bear down. The 2025 NFL season is less than 4 months away, and we are breaking down each team's schedule, win-loss predictions, things I'm looking forward to seeing, key matchups. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, Bears fans. What is the record going to be this year? Ben Johnson's coming in, bringing all the hoopla, a lot of national games. Caleb Williams going into year two, a lot of weapons on offense, retooling of the offensive line. The defense has been really solid over the past few years. I'm excited for this Bears team. I was on them maybe a year early, but Eberflus clearly wasn't the guy. I think Ben Johnson coming in has this team primed to make a playoff run this season. Make sure, like I said, if you're new, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell. Let's get into the schedule and not waste any more of your time. Thank you for joining me here today. Let's get to the Bears schedule. I do think this is a potential playoff team. I thought that last year. I was wrong. But I think I was a year early. Now they do start week 1 against the Vikings on Monday Night Football. I think they start out 1-0. I think they get the win. I think the Bears start out 1-0. Then they go to Detroit. You know what? I think they win. I think Detroit will have a little bit of a step back this year. And I think Ben Johnson gets his lick back. I think they win in Detroit week 2. They go to Dallas or they host Dallas 425 on Fox. I think they win that game. I think they start 3-0. Then I think they lose to the Raiders, 3-1, heading into a early week 5 bye. Then they're at the Commanders, and that's an ABC game on Monday Night Football. I think they lose that 3-2. If you're new to the program, anybody playing the Saints, I'm picking that team. It could be the Little Giants. I think they go to 4-2. They play the Ravens in Baltimore, 1 p.m. game. I'd like to see that maybe 4 o'clock, but I think they lose that 4-3. Then they go to Cincinnati, 4-4. Then they have the Giants. I say 5-4. Then they host or go to Minnesota after the week 1 home opener. They lose that 5-5. I think they beat Pittsburgh at home, get to 6-5, lose to the Eagles. That brings them to 6-6. And I think they lose at Green Bay. That puts them at 6-7. But I think Cleveland win 7-7. Green Bay win 8-7. Ooh. Then they get to the 49ers on the road, Sunday night game in Santa Clara at Levi, Sunday night, 8:20. And then Detroit. Do they sweep Detroit? Do they maybe sweep Detroit this year? Do they somehow sweep Detroit? I think maybe they split, but I don't know. That's tough because I'll say they split with Detroit. So let's go back because that puts them at 9 wins. 9-8. Is that fair? Does that get them in the playoffs? I don't know. Let's see. Minnesota, I get them winning. I got them beating Detroit. Dallas, I got them with a 3-0 start. You know what? I'll have them beating the Raiders. You know what? I'll have them beating the Raiders. They get to 4-0. 4-0 head into the bye. Lose to the Commanders 4-1. Beat the Saints 5-1. Lose to the Ravens 5-2. Lose to the Bengals 5-3. Beat the Giants 6-3. Lose to the Vikings 6-4. Beat the Steelers 7-4. Lose to the Eagles 7-5. Lose to Green Bay 7-6. Beat Cleveland and Green Bay 8-6, 9-6. Lose to the 49ers 9-7. And I think they beat. I'm gonna say they sweep Detroit. I'm gonna just go bold. I'm gonna go crazy in this prediction. I'm gonna say they sweep Detroit and they get 10 wins. I think they can get 10 wins under Ben Johnson. 10-7. It'll be intriguing to see how Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, who I think will take a little bit of a step back, do this season. But I'm gonna go to Bears 10 wins. Chicago. I think 10 wins. That would be fantastic, and I think you guys would love that. How you feel about 10 wins, Bears? How do you feel about 10 wins? Are we loving 10 wins? I think 10 wins. Like I said, I love the retooling of the offensive line, getting Colston Loveland. The defense is top 10. Ben Johnson is one of the best offensive minds in the game. So many weapons. Luther Burton, I can't forget him and his 8 other siblings, all his 8 sisters. His girl is his manager. That's going to be fun. You put him with Roma Dunze, Cole Kmet, Swift is there. I think Caleb Williams will take another step. You get Joe Thuney, you retool the offensive line. I think the Bears are going to win 10 games. I say 10-7. I don't know if they win the North. 10-7. I think they are at least a playoff team. And I think we're going to bear down in Chicago. And I think Caleb Williams, even though there was reports if he didn't want to go to Chicago, that's where quarterbacks go to die. I think he will have a good season. I think he will do what he needs to do to not give it away. And I think he will have this team, along with Ben Johnson's leadership, in the hunt for the playoffs, maybe even the division. And I think they get to 10-7. I kind of like them right now slightly over the Lions, maybe. And I could be foolish. I might like them slightly over the Packers too. I think the Vikings are fourth right now. No offense, Minnesota. And I mean, now Kevin O'Connell's a hell of a coach. He still could coach them up to 10, 11 wins. Don't get me wrong, especially if JJ McCarthy is who we think he is with the weapons around him and the defense led by Brian Flores. But I'm going to say the Bears are maybe my slight favorite in the NFC North. And I think last year I had them in a wild card. I was like a year early, like I said. I think they get to 10-7. And I think they're a playoff team. We'll see. We'll see. Sign off in the comment section, Bears fans, NFL fans, Flex Zone family. Make sure you hit that bell, hit that like button. When you hit that like button, this pushes it out to the recommended section. And subscribe if you're new. We're doing this for each team. We want to hear from you and you and you because we're nothing without you here on the Flex Zone podcast. I'm loving the Bears. I'm a little bullish on the Bears. I was last year. I was wrong. Maybe I was a year ahead of schedule, but I'm going with the Bears 10-7 to get back to the postseason. Let me know what team you want to see next, and we got all 32 covered for the NFL 2025 schedule win-loss predictions right here on the Flex Zone podcast. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.